It's on the radar. We back after Thanksgiving, and I got Stvsh here. What up, bro?
What's up? You already know what's going on.
Yo, you know I've been waiting for this because like I took a little like 2-week break because Thanksgiving and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I've been like itching to do another interview, and I'm really happy that I'm coming back with you because I was actually listening to your shit this morning in the car. The record with Gangtivity, Ramen.
Yeah, Ramen. That's out now on all streaming platforms. Go get that shit ASAP.
So tell me how you came about doing that record with them, man.
I mean, pretty much, I knew Fligo and Vito for a little while, and it was always love, like, you feel me? So I came up with the song one day at the studio with my producer, shout out to Judah Hex, and I was like, yo, this shit sound like some real New York type of feel, so immediately I thought of, you feel me, who else represents New York as well as I do, and that's Gangtivity. So, you feel me, I just told them, yo, pull up to the studio, and they came to the studio, Vinyl Crown, shout out to Quay, she booked me the session and all that, and I just threw in the track, and they freestyle the whole shit, like, on spot.
They freestyle, so they just
went
banged it out?
Just went back and forth, and then, like, they didn't know how they wanted to do it, so I just told them, like, yo, y'all should just go back and forth, because people don't do that on records no more.
Yeah.
So,
it was crazy now that I'm thinking about that, and we was talking about Tekashi off air. He went back and forth with some people on his album.
Yeah.
So, like, when y'all was going back and forth on it, I was like, yo, this is dope, because, like, people don't be doing that anymore.
Yeah,
and it's cool. It's just that, like, I think that a lot of rappers struggle with trying to, like, I don't know, like, just, like, because then you gotta write a bar, and then they gotta write a bar, and then it just becomes like a whole project and shit like that. And that's why they don't really be feeling like doing that.
I mean, because these niggas not nice, man. Like,
yeah,
if you good at rapping, you could, you feel me? Under any pressure, under circumstances, you got it.
I know, I appreciate you because like we gonna drop a freestyle after this, and I just asked your people, I was like, does he want to freestyle? And they're like, yeah, just do it over this beat, and it was like bet, and I was like, wow, that was like the easiest freestyle I've ever like
let's get
come about, which I appreciate. So tell me about the you got a video coming for this record too, right?
Yeah, we shooting a video this weekend for Ramen with Gangtivity. Make sure y'all go download that on all streaming platforms, and yeah, it's gonna be crazy, like movie type shit.
So what's the video gonna look like?
I mean, y'all gotta wait to see it, honestly.
Is it gonna be
it's
like
gonna be crazy
some
though?
real crazy type shit?
Feel me? A lot of beautiful women, a lot of ramen, a lot of Gangtivity, a lot of Stvsh, a lot of 718 shit. Feel me? So just be ready for that.
You know, the vibe of like the album, of like the artwork that y'all picked, and kind of like the way that the song flows and all that stuff like that. It made me like, it really kind of reminded me of like some like early ASAP Mob type of shit, and that's what, when I was like listening to it, I was like, oh, like, I could picture like your style and like the way that like you rap and the way that they rap and like the way that you present yourself and stuff like that was very like, it really felt like some early ASAP type shit. Do you like take like some inspiration from them, or do you look up to them? If you don't, it's cool. It's just something that I noticed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really look up to anybody, but definitely like as far as inspiration, I feel like everybody from New York influences each other, whether they want to admit it or not. And we all from New York, so some of us have like similar styles and similar habits, but it just depends on who makes it first, and then they try to label everybody else as looking like that. But you feel me? I feel like
that's a good answer.
We all just got the similar taste, similar swag, like it's old New York shit. So, but yeah, I'm honestly gonna talk my shit. I'm better than everybody, so. You feel me? I'll take the inspiration as far as like, the whole sound and the quality of it, but you feel me? Everything I do is all original, all the beats. I write everything word for word. Like,
do you produce all your stuff too, or?
Nah, my boy Judah Hex does, but I do it like hands on with him. So you feel me? It's like,
so you got your hands in like a little bit of everything that you're doing out there in the studio.
Yeah, I sit there in the studio with the beats. I sit there with the engineer. Like, I'm very hands-on with my shit, because it's not like I use just, like, auto-tune and I could just send it out and they just send it back done. Like, I really got to sit there, like, nah.
Like, you're there for every step of the process.
Every step of the process.
Which is dope. I feel like a lot of people don't be doing that no more.
Yeah.
So if we talking about New York hip-hop, let me get your opinion. Like, what do you think of, like, current state of New York hip-hop? Who you think the hottest in New York is? I mean, you could say, you said yourself.
Yeah.
But, feel free to big up anybody else.
I mean, hip-hop is now coming back to New York. We got a couple people coming out, like myself, Stvsh, Gangtivity, Najee, Trife Drew, couple people coming up right now. But honestly, I'd say the hottest person in New York everybody has this debate. It's between like Cardi B and 6ix9ine, but we already know. Like, I'm not gonna lie, 6ix9ine is killing shit. He had a good year, a lot of hits, a lot of energy. You feel me?
Did you like the album? Did you heard it?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You
My
liked
boy
it?
Trife Drew is on that last shit. You feel me? Shout out to
Oh yeah.
shout out my boy Drew.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, that shit was cool. Like, you
He was
feel
on
me?
he was on the Dummy Boy record, right?
Yeah.
That was dope. That was one
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
the better songs on the project
Yeah,
too.
yeah, for sure. That shit was fire. But you feel me? I feel bad for the circumstances, but you feel me?
Yeah.
It comes with what you're working for. So
Right. So tell me about a little bit about your upbringing in Flatbush and how like that inspired your sound and like the way that you go about making your music and all that stuff like that.
yeah, that's pretty much my biggest like inspiration when it comes to music. It's less artists and more so like lifestyle. So you feel me? Getting up, going to school, taking the train, taking the 2 train, going to Junction, seeing niggas get robbed, beat up, bad, like all that shit influences my music. You feel me? Shout out to Flatbush Zombies and Pro Era, Underachievers. Like, all of those people are from where I'm from. So you feel me? I felt we all just came out with the swag. Like, you feel me? It's natural to us being from Brooklyn and from Flatbush. I feel like we just naturally talented and can out rap pretty much anybody.
Would you do? Is that like? Do you like? I don't know how to word this correctly, but would you? Is like that something that you would want to do, like collab with like Flatbush Zombies or
Oh, yeah,
Joey
for
or something
sure.
like that?
Yeah, Joey's my boy too. Shout out to Joey.
Yeah, shout out
I
Joey,
actually
badass
ran into
man.
him last night.
There was a clip of some new record he's working on.
Yeah.
It popped up on my feed today. Sounds dope.
Yeah,
I was a
shout out
big
to
fan of the
Power
last
P.
album.
Yeah, he produced, my boy produced that Powers.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he bought
And shout out to him. Yeah. Because I knew that whatever that new record is sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Thanks. We gonna get one in soon though.
That's dope.
Feel me? I don't know if you're ready for that yet, but
So I know you got a few. You're doing a lot of singles right now, right?
yeah.
And I know you got a record with Flip De Niro. Who
Yeah.
he's popping off right now. He's
Yeah.
going crazy out here.
That's
So
my boy.
and I know it's not released yet. Am I
Yeah.
correct? So what's up with that?
Honestly, that's on the hush right now. I don't really know like what I'm gonna do with it, but that's my brother. Like, regardless of anything, so it's nothing for us to get back in the studio and make like some more shit. So I'm gonna sit on it right now. It's not really like the sound that I'm sticking to. It was just something I did like experimental at the time with my boy Navi Beats. He's like a big producer coming up too. He did a lot of shit for people. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that for a little bit.
Do you be experimenting a lot with like different types of sounds and shit like that?
Yeah, all my music is like out of this world. Like, I probably would be way further or more like in tune with everything going on right now if my sound was more like generic and basic and I had the, you feel me?
The auto tune and all that stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, bitch, I'm a star. Like, if I'd made that, I'd probably be further. But the fact that my music is so different, it's new. So it's gonna take a little while for people to catch on. But when it sticks, it's a whole new sound. So
do you think it's hard now for like kind of like raw like rap to kind of like catch on into the mainstream now, since we're so kind of we're not really, well, we still focus on like lyricism and stuff like that, right? Like you have your J. Cole's and the Kendricks and of the world and like the Wale's and all that stuff like that, who are still big, and like the Meeks, Meek just announced his track list for tomorrow. But do you think shout out to Meek. But do you think it's like it's hard for lyrical rapper, like especially up and coming lyrical rappers? Do you think it's like harder because of like kind of like the state of the culture, like with being like a lot of mumble rap and auto-tune these days? Or
I mean, I feel like rap is always gonna last, but it's more than just being a rapper nowadays. Like, you have to be an actual, like, a lot of people could rap, but that doesn't mean they're meant to be a star, or, you feel me, they can make a hit. So it's all about having balance and shit. That's why I feel like I'm gonna go far, because I make like great music, it's catchy, you can sing along to it, I make trap shit, but I could also, like, if you really want to come at me, I could really out rap. Like, I'm ready for that shit. So
do you like do battles out here, or
nah,
it's not really your thing?
Nah, that's not my thing at all. But I'll never back down from a challenge. But I'm not gonna feed into the negativity.
No, yeah, 100%.
Making good music and shit. But like I said, if anybody want to step up to the plate, we could do a record together. go bar for bar, like what Tory Lanez is doing right
Yeah,
now
with Joyner Lucas. Yeah, that
you
shit was
feel
dope.
me?
And it wasn't even no like
There's
on
no
some
beef
like
shit,
yeah,
no
it wasn't no
street
beef shit.
shit.
It was just like for fun. And
Yeah,
I really think that we needed that. You know, after all like the Drake and Pusha T shit, and
yeah,
like where rap beef was kind of like, and like even if you want to talk about like Nicki and Cardi too,
yeah.
like you know
That
where
was
it's
actually
really
a good beef right there.
yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
all like people coming at each other's necks, not because you know, they just dropping like song for song and just kind
Yeah.
of like doing it for fun and coming at each other, not like a regular rap beef,
Yeah.
but like they actually trying to come for each other's necks, like on
Word.
like, heavy and like ruin careers out here. But
Everybody
that
want to be the best type shit.
yeah,
So,
which I mean, you know, that is what it is. But like I do appreciate like when people like Tory Lanez and Joyner Lucas, they kind of just go back and forth and it's all for fun instead of like you know they just
Yeah.
trying to end each other's career and shit like that.
Yeah, for real.
So you got another dope New York record with Jay Critch.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. That's my boy.
How'd you end up linking up with him?
Shout out to the 30s.
A lot of big New York rappers coming out now.
Yeah, for sure. Those
Fucking with it.
The thing about it is I'm like I'm a popular dude. Like even before yeah, just to be honest, like before rapping, all that shit I've been like if you really from New York
Mm-hmm.
and you ask about me, like if you're really from here then you know who I am. So I used to throw like a bunch of crazy insane parties
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. And I knew Critch and whatever, and he'd see my parties and shit, and he'd be like, yo, bro, like, let me perform at one of them shits. Like, let me play. So, you feel me? I booked him, like, one of his first shows, and I let him perform at my party. And then he had a song, and it was, like, buzzing at the time, but I had a crazy party, and I attached his song to the flyer of the party.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then that shit went viral.
Which
like,
record was it? Do you know?
I can't remember. It was a long
Oh, it was
time
a minute ago.
Yeah, but it was like you ever seen that meme of like a Power Ranger dancing with
Yeah,
boots on?
yeah.
I had put his song behind that meme and made it a flyer for my party,
yeah.
and everyone
That's
was
fucking dope.
reposting it. Yeah, and he was like, "Yo, what song is this?" And then you feel
And
me?
then and it was Jay Critch.
Yeah.
And then,
So that's my boy.
you
So I
gave
really just
you
hit
gave
him
a
up.
little boost there, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit. But
Just a
you
little
feel me?
something.
Yeah, I ain't create the dude. You feel me? He's like he was on his way regardless.
Right. Yeah.
But it definitely helped like the momentum and shit. That's what I do. Like I just help out anybody I can. Even with Flip, he brought me on like his first tour with him
Oh, that's dope.
to Montreal. Swoosh God, I played all his shit at my parties. Like I know everybody from New York. Like
So with all these singles dropping, you know, I know you focusing heavily on these singles and they're dope. Do you got like a project coming out? Like, you know, I know 2018's almost over.
yeah.
But what's your like 2019 looking like?
Or
Or how you feeling it?
I dropped a project like last year around this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just more so me experimenting and putting something out for the people. But this time I feel like I know myself a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly stopped listening to other music for a long time. So I couldn't have that like, yo, are you influenced by this, that, and the third?
That's
So I
interesting.
really just
You're not the
wanted-
first person I've heard say that. That's
Yeah.
because people just be going to like not like a box, but like they just kind of like take themselves
Isolate
out
myself.
of everything. Yeah. So that way like, all your shit is like original.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on like a new project now. And it's pretty much just gonna be a bunch of like hits, bunch of energetic shit, a bunch of rap, a bunch of different crazy shit. Like people I feel like they're gonna receive it well. So I'm just putting it together now. Like I got a couple of the tracks and shit, so I'm just putting everything together now. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Honestly.
That's dope. You're gonna get everybody from New York on there?
Or
Or do you think you want to do more of a no features type joint?
I got a couple people on there, but
You ain't
we ain't
gotta
gonna
tell
talk
me.
about it yet.
Yeah,
When
no,
it
of
comes
course.
to
You
the
gotta say, you gotta save a little something for 2019, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go on tour for that too? Do a little.
I'm talking about that right now. Pretty much, I just been like meeting with like labels and other people trying to manage me and shit. Man, shout out to Quay. She's been holding me down so far.
Yeah,
But,
shout out to Quay for setting this up, man.
Yeah, I got like my little team right now.
Mhm.
You feel me? I got Quay, Ra, Eric, my boy Castro. He takes ill ass photos and shit.
I like the definition ill ass photos and shit.
Yeah, you feel me? Like I'm putting together my own little enterprise right now.
Right.
And
And you gotta keep the circle small from
gotta
what you
keep
from
the
what you've
circle
learned
small, yeah.
from all the shit you see in the media now. It really like opens your eyes and
Yeah.
shit. Like you really got to keep the people around you and just like keep it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like a lot of stuff I've been through, like personally, as far as like, people trying to sign me and wasting my time, or like, you feel me? So now I'm just like, everybody's meeting me, so I'm just, soaking up the information. But I didn't really lock in with anybody yet, so I'm still like 100% independent.
Yeah.
I run everything by myself with my team, like.
Which is definitely the way to go,
Yeah.
Some people, like I don't know if you ever get to that point in your career, but like I know some people they get to that point where they're like, need a little help from the label, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll definitely take the help. But everybody's like,
have the meetings been good and all that? Like they've been.
Yeah, it been cool. But
you're like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, cause I'm like, you feel me? I look at myself and what I got going on.
Yeah.
It's like a gold mine. So I'm literally just.
You want someone to see the value in that goal. Yeah.
And you feel me? If you want to apply what you can, and we could work out that. But I'm not about to give up like 50% of my shit.
Oh yeah.
Just to try
100%.
to get like a quick little boost. Like I know I have longevity as myself as a person aside from the music. So
and you want to make sure that they respect your sound and like they're not gonna try to like change fundamentally what you do in the studio and like how you sound on like your songs and all that shit.
Yeah, for real. How do you think though? You think artists should remain independent?
I think it's like in my opinion, I think that there are certain circumstances for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Certain artists, they can be independent their whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty sure Macklemore is independent. They get distribution deals.
True.
Obviously, if you get distribution deals, it's different than being signed. You feel me? Like, I had Phony People. I don't know if you know them. They're from Brooklyn. Yeah. So they had the distribution deal through 300, and I'm pretty sure they're still independent. And they still do very well for themselves. They went on tour with Pusha and all that shit. Yeah. So I think like I said, certain things constitute you like signing. If certain artists like there's potential there, but they need like something to like really like break that potential mold, like they need like people around them to kind of like get them to that point, then like signing a label, is a thing. But then there's also people who don't need that, like your following, your fans, the people who you got around you is all you need. Example like Macklemore. Like Macklemore's still out here. He's just off the dome. What I could think of like somebody who's still unsigned, but he's still very successful for who he is. So it's really, I think it depends, because like not all labels are bad.
Yeah. It's all about the right deal.
Yeah. And like a label can like people like people that I'm friends with who have been signed. They could be signed to the same label. Somebody might have a really dope experience and be like, yo, this is it. Like, they really got me to where I wanted to be. They're popping off, all that stuff like that. But then someone else might be like, nah, this ain't for me. Like, I should be independent, It's really about who you are and, like, what you want and, like, what they're offering you and, like, how you feel about that and how you feel about yourself. And, like, do you think that you two, it's like a mutual benefit, like, like you help them, they help you, and then, like, you get to the point where you want to be, And I think that's, like, my little opinion on that.
Nah, that was like the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because you really got, when you go into those meetings, you really got to think about like, what you want, and you got to be like vocal about what you want. And then if they match that energy and y'all got the chemistry and everybody fucks with each other and everything's good, then you got a winning deal there.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then like, there's nothing wrong with staying independent, because you could still do it all on your own just like that too and still be popping,
It's just a longer grind.
Yeah, it is a longer grind.
A little more footwork. But
everybody gets their time.
Yeah.
Everybody gets their time.
For sure.
So, new music next year. More music coming before the end of 2019.
Definitely. I'm going to drop probably like 2 more singles. I got some heat.
Some solo stuff?
I'll send you some shit.
Of course.
For sure.
I'm always down to hear some shit.
Yeah.
Solo records, or you got a little surprise in there?
I got, yeah.
You got no. I literally just want to know if there's some surprises coming or not.
I got some heat coming for the people, man.
Dope.
Just wait on it. Just look out for me, man. Stash.
Dope. So, all right. So let all the people know where they could follow you, copy your music, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Your Instagram, your Twitter.
Follow me on Instagram at Stvsh718 STV.
Don't forget the V.
Don't
forget the V.
Forget the V. The V stands for very important. Stash. With a V.
Look in the camera and say stash with the V.
Stash with a V. STVSH. Y'all go follow me on the gram, Twitter. Search me up on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, all of the above. I'm everywhere. Get in tune. And yeah, ramen.
On the radar, Stash. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
Go
shout out
get
to
that
my boy
ramen.
Gabe, man. Go get that ramen.
Video coming soon.
Shout out to On the Radar.